So now we're going to move on to what I think is probably the best part of being able to work with the pen tool. You've seen how to draw straight lines, you've seen how to draw curves. Now let's talk about how to work flexibly with the pen tool. Let's say I wanted to draw a car, and maybe using the pen tool I'm going to work in a very rough fashion to make something that's supposed to be a car using only straight lines. It's almost like I'm making a sketch. I'll close the shape, and this can be considered my sketch. By no means does this look like a car, but let's start making some alterations. I'll make my changes by coming back over to the pen tool, and by clicking and holding down we get a sub menu. I'm going to come down to this bottom one, the Convert Direction Point tool, and it looks like a caret or insertion point, and the first thing I'm going to do is give this car things that look more like tires. By coming to the individual point, I can now click on it and drag, and if you notice, I now have control handles. I can do the same thing here, rounding out the wheels of the car. Maybe I would like for the top of the car to be slightly curved as well. Not bad. Let's make it better. I'm going to come over here to the white arrow, and this actual tool is a direct selection tool. These curves are still a little rough, so I can grab an actual point and drag it. I can drag an individual anchor point to make a curve maybe a little bit less severe, so I can make these tires maybe a little more round. I can grab this point, try to center it better in between the two. I can come to a line segment and make it move as well. So maybe I actually want to try to line up these three parts of the car. I can grab this corner and have the back end of the car nice, straight, and horizontal like the other three. Maybe this curve here is a little too severe for me. I could grab this point and move it forward, making the back end a little bit smoother versus that strange back bulge that it has. If I come back to the Convert Point tool, I could even curve it backwards, moving the control handles independently of one another, giving it more of a sweep on the back end. I can click on the control point and get rid of both handles. I can click and drag to bring them back, and then again, change these things independently. I'll make this curve less severe. I'll switch back to the direct selection tool, bring that forward, maybe bring the bumper up, the hood of the car and the windshield up. So by doing this, the marks that you make with the pen tool are never permanent, they're always fluid. You can make alterations to your object at any point along the way to make it look better than those first initial clicks that you made. That's one of the reasons that learning the pen tool can give you a real advantage in the long run.